How's it? Today is Saturday, April 17th, and I have a deadlift workout. Also bench, but the bench was sort of a deload on the bench. Last week I pulled 155 for a set of 5 and then some down sets at 145. But um, today is an increase on that, so the goal today is 160. I think I executed pretty well on the 160, to be honest. My downsets didn't feel super great, but it is what it is. I think that all things considered, me being able to move this weight with pretty okay technique is a sign that I'm actually getting a lot stronger than I think and than I feel. Because, like with working the restaurant, got like 12,000, 13,000 extra steps every time I work, and so I feel everything. I feel ridiculously tired. I feel ridiculously fatigued, and my joints hurt once in a while. Like yesterday, my elbow was the only issue I had, and that's like not related to the restaurant at all. But most days, my hips and my knees and my lower back is sort of fatigued to the point where I have to kind of train around it. Here's my top set. That first rep was pretty good. Some of these other ones get a little bit out in front of me, and so my start position is not the best. Right there, you see that little forward shift on the bar. But I think, like overall, like I mentioned, this is it's a pretty good sign that I'm making progress. I wasn't happy with that last rep, but yeah, my downset's at 150. Something that I noticed about my downsets from squatting the other day was that my downsets now are at the weight that I was doing my top set at 2 weeks ago. So I know that's how the progression works, where if I just increase by 5 kilos each week, and my downsets are always 10 kilos lower than my top set, then in 2 weeks, my downsets will become 2 week ago's top set. And so it's just kind of weird to put that into perspective because a couple weeks ago, 150 was not moving the way that it is now, and only 2 weeks have passed. It's not a giant training block. It's not even half of a training block, right? It's just I think that's just how the progression works, and it feels a little aggressive when you put it into perspective. But when you watch the actual sets, I'm actually able to move them for multiple reps for multiple sets, and like I said, like I'm just very surprised and sort of happy with the progress I've been making. Um, but yeah. So in light of my elbow being sore yesterday, I did mention it earlier. Not like muscle sore, but like pained. Pain is bad. Sore is not bad, right? There was pain in my elbow. I did a bunch of different exercises today. So I did this 1 inch pause bench press, which is sort of just pausing above my arm or my chest, right there at that 1 inch spot. And I just did 5 sets of 5 with 70. The rationale behind these was that if there is a stark difference between pausing on my chest and then sort of releasing tension from my elbow, then adding that tension really quickly back onto my elbow is probably not good for my elbow. I'm not sure how true this is, but if you keep the constant tension of the stretch and then the contraction of the muscle, it's probably a little bit better. I did some Bulgarian split squats, and then after that, I did more elbow care with bicep curls. I haven't done these in a while. I did mention this the other day, but it's one thing that I know that I need to do, but that I don't do. Even on my off days, so like on Thursdays, I have a little band in my room that I can use to execute some bicep curls, but I don't do it. Probably like Well, two things. It's because I'm lazy and it's because I forget. This is Zoe. She's a little giant golden retriever. She's 90 pounds. I made friends with her, so I was very happy with that. It was a good time. Back extensions here, and then to finish off, I do a new thing that I've never done. It's a 8-second eccentric dip, and so I'm just trying my best to stretch out the tricep, because if my tricep is tight, then it does pull on the elbow excessively, and that alone might be the reason why my elbow doesn't feel so great. I think that in tandem with the biceps will help. So we'll see what happens in the next couple days. But other than that, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.